Hello viewers, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Battle Academy 2. I'm your host, PBG as before, and well, we're moving on to mission number 2, Recon in Force. Before the main offensive starts, reconnaissance groups are sent forwards to identify enemy strong points and to search for weak points that can be exploited during the main assault. So, I guess this will be more or less a reconnaissance mission, and as such, our units have been ordered to probe the front line of the German defenders here. So, from the looks of it, we start off with some infantry, and then armored units will advance once those positions have been unmasked there. And with that said, we get the option to buy some new units this time, some Soviet army troops, as opposed to those Soviet or Soviet partisan troops as before. And with that said, I think we'll start off by buying a nice, lovely set of tanks, seeing as how we have a whopping 900 points to spend. I think I'll buy a few of those. I'll buy one medium mortar and one heavy mortar. These are indirect fire pieces, so they're quite handy. They have a long range, to say the least. So we'll go with those. Let's buy perhaps 2 snipers. And, because it is a recon mission and all, and I think we'll buy 2 scouts, again, recon mission and all, and 1 SMG troop, and I think we'll begin the game like such. So, I think we'll stick to the medium setting here in terms of difficulty, more or less because, last mission I had some practice on, and with that said, I don't expect to have the same the extent of success as we have here. So, yeah, with that said, we'll just carry on here, and we'll move on to the mission number 2. So this mission will be a tad shorter than the last one. It'll be only 16 turns, and, well, our objectives for today are to find 3 MG nests, 3 AT guns as well, and find 2 weak spots during the enemy's positions here, so that's kind of neat. We also have the achievement objectives of capturing all 4 enemy VPs. Not really sure where those are because from what we see, we only see 2 of them there. We're supposed to destroy at least 6 enemy units out of the 12 present, and we're supposed to complete this mission in only 10 turns if assuming that we're going with these achievement orientated goals. So with that said, I guess we'll start off by getting our troops moving here. We'll move them to the forwardmost regions over here inside these forested areas and all that. So let's begin probing the enemy lines. Now, in a bit more advanced game, perhaps it'd be smarter to say do some sort of a map analysis first, but in this scenario, I think we can just go forwards here and hope that things are alright. And with that said, we'll get our guys moving here. We'll use the forests to cover our advance, and we'll see what we can do about finding some enemy locations like this. Right, so our guys are going to move forwards, and it's going to switch it back to our turn, just like that. We have a Soviet scout squad here. We're going to push these guys forwards up until here. We're going to see whether or not they can fire, and indeed they can. And it looks like the enemy is returning fire, so we know that some troops are over there, though we don't know what type are present there. So with that said, we'll continue pushing up our troops, and I guess this mission's supposed to be a really fast-paced one. So with that said, we'll just continue pushing our guys forwards here and seeing how they do, really. Right, so I'm gonna guess that, yeah, all these fortifications are manned. And indeed they are, or at least that one is. So, let's see, let's just get our guys moving. I don't believe we have to shoot these guys, is the thing. And even if we do, we don't have any restraint on taking losses, so it's not too bad. Over here we'll put some fire like that. Let's get these guys shimming over here. Main thing isn't really doing damage at this point, it's more or less just breaking their morale. And there we go. What we want to do is suppress these troops, and then we want to continue the advance like that. Right, same thing over here. I'm gonna assume that there's some sort of a garrison inside that tile over there. Now, let's see. So I'm gonna get these guys to do a hunt command. Something might appear like that. Now, I'm gonna get the sniper to move up here as well. Get the sniper to move slightly forwards as well. Hopefully, because he's a lone soldier, he'll be fine under pressure. But I want them to see what is inside that line of defenses here. So there's probably a machine gun in there for sure. Let's see, we can bombard the tile with our mortars. I guess we'll do that. Yeah, so these mortars are indirect fire supports again, so they're able to shoot where they can't see, though I'm pretty sure they have a limited amount of strikes that they can make. Anyhow, we'll use them to probe the enemy's lines here, drop a few mortars like that, get these guys to shimmy forwards once again. Do some blind fire. Here's some Germans there, so that's chances are it's good news. And would you look at that, one enemy machine gun nest has been found. We'll assault the location and we'll take that over like that. So not only did we find one, we managed to ambush it too. So great luck to us. And ooh, found a AT gun as well over here. Let's see what we can do about suppressing it. So we'll put some fire on it. Next turn we might one thing that I forgot to mention is that these mortars, they can fire smoke rounds as well. So I see that we're approaching the main line of defenses here, and with that said, I also see this AT gun that's kind of vulnerable. So what I'm thinking about doing is that I can put down a smoke barrage just inside this alley here, with this corridor here, and hopefully we'll be able to use some of our SMG troops to rush this pack AT gun next turn. That would be really, really nice. Ooh. I'll try to advance here as well, but we've ran into another one of those machine gun emplacements. So, finding quite the large amount of German defenders here today. Right, we'll pin this guy, or rather we'll pin this troop down even more. See whether or not we can make these guys retreat. But probably not. So, yeah, we'll get those guys moved. Do we have any other unmoved units? Yes, we do. We have a sniper back here. We'll get the sniper to advance here. And hopefully next turn, our sniper will be able to pick off that MG, though it doesn't look like they have line of sight just yet. Okay. Is that it? Ah, AT gun needs to go. Oh, and they have some vehicles from the sounds of it. Right, so a lot of German positions have exposed themselves here. And, well, now it's just a matter of identifying them and moving forwards like that. So, with that said, starting off, let's drop some smoke rounds here. These have a chance of landing in places that we might, well, not want them to. But luckily for us, they've hit their mark this time. So we'll move very close to this MG, or this AT gun. Drop a few grenades, see what we can do to pin it down, and what we can do to take it out. And there we go. We'll attack it like that to start things off with. I'm going to see whether or not our troops here have enough AP to swap, though unfortunately not. So I guess that'll be that area at a glance. We'll see what we can do next turn. But this turn, we should be able to, yeah, put some fire onto these enemy positions using some of these newly arrived vehicles. Some of these SU-122s, these are heavy assault guns. They were great at firing HE rounds to clear these locations here and there. So we brought that German infantry group down to like negative 70 morale. So hopefully, once we fire off like that, they'll rout or they'll surrender. Either way, that works for us. And going forwards, let's see. Lots of very strong German locations. There's also a lot of barbed wire and stuff down on the map as well. All of that, of course, slowing down our progress here. I'm gonna get my sniper set up, so next turn we can put a shot into that German light infantry group. Ooh, yikes. Just can't walk in sight of that MG. Maybe we can break through it, perhaps, with one of these heavy armor pieces. There we go. Put some fire down. That'll definitely increase our chances of breaking through this area. And perfect, we also have some few of these light tanks. There we go, that MG should be thoroughly suppressed now. Let's drive this tank over here. Same thing. Blue. Blue. There. So that area should be, that MG should be shut down. I'm gonna guess that there's still like one guy inside there. So let's make let's probe this area and see whether or not there really is somebody there. And indeed there is. So perfect, at least we're moving up quite cautiously. We're pinning down all the people that we see, so that's good. Get a nice, sharpshooter shot off. It's going to help us even more. And over here we'll get our guys to run into the marsh. This area is kind of secured. So things are going pretty well here. In the middle of this area, I think I'll get these guys to get into the forests over here. If our mortars are still fresh, I want them to drop some shells onto the trench line. And perfect, that suppresses one of the troops. Have an MG there as well, and ooh, probably have some more troops there. And would you look at that? The trenches take cosmetic damage as well as the battle continues. I really like that touch. Well, these guys, for whatever reason, are coming forwards. Oh well, we'll blow them to smithereens like that. And that'll throw the ball back into our court. Let's see. Let's get these guys to hunt forwards one tile. I want to make sure that the MG stays suppressed. Move these guys forwards, and let's see, they are morale 17. I'm going to drop some fire HE into this group, because as we've seen previously, we haven't had too much luck with those assault orders. There we go. And there. Another position taken, another dollar earned. Should be also a few troops here. Oh, and indeed there are. Oh, yikes, these guys are still at full morale. That is not good for us. Luckily, it's in range of one of our tanks. We'll be able to put 2 shots in it. It has negative morale, so now once we open up on it, it should surrender. Or it has a high chance of surrender. There we go. And, man, we are just rolling through these guys. So that's at least good there. Get the sniper to readjust, get him into a nice position so that it can cover the full extent of the trench lines over there. And over here, we'll get our tanks to, or, you know, our assault guns to slowly advance forwards here. Do a bit of a turn and get them to just stay like that, really. Now, about this pack anti-tank gun. Drop a volley of some stuff into it. Get our guys to do a bit of a swap here. And, ooh, assault, 100% chance of succeeding. There we go. So advance, take this pillbox thing, and we'll, yeah, we're making a breakthrough in this area too. So things are going good, and judging by our progress so far, we might be able to beat all of these achievement objectives as well. So this would be very, very nice. Right, so I'm going to keep my tanks in the back here, out of fear that there might, we heard some vehicle sounds out in the distance, so the enemies probably, the Germans probably do have vehicles as well, along with us. So we'll play a tad cautiously there. And over here, let's continue probing. And would you look at that, one armored car. Not too much of a threat, but nonetheless. Oh. Poor chance to expose themselves there. And let's see. Starting to bail off out of this trench line. At least that's good. Right. So let's see. These mortars are probably out of range by now. I'm not too sure about how far these mortars can actually shoot, but you can ballpark it. So this heavy mortar can shoot over here, but it Well, let's see. It can't shoot into the village area over here. I don't believe the 81mm mortar. It's a lighter mortar though. It's a lot more carryable for sure. I don't believe it can actually fire anywhere near this east fortifications zone. So yeah, there's a bit of a balancing act there between having, say, high quality firepower and high mobility, of course. Right. So this area, let's see. Can any of our all of our guys can only move fast into this area, so I guess we'll get them to try to make the sprint forwards. If not, the tanks will suppress the guys in the back there. Let's see whether or not we can force this scout team into the trench lines over here. Nope, but they do expose two very vulnerable squads here. Let's get the sniper to take down one guy over here. Get these guys to charge into the trenches here, drop a few grenades, make that squad surrender. And we'll get these guys into the trenches as well. My oh my, this is shaping out to be more of an assault than a probing mission here. In a real probing mission, you're supposed to pull back the minute you face opposition that you can't handle. Well, I guess technically then we'd be still probing. We haven't met anything that we can't deal with. Right, so we'll put some more fire onto these guys over here. Hopefully they'll break, but that doesn't seem likely, at least of right now. So, in that regards, let's see. Get this this vehicle to move over here. Get it to turn to meet the Puma. Back here. Have to go around the marsh here, so that's fine. This Puma isn't too heavily armored. It's armed with a 20mm gun, so it shouldn't be able to go through the top armor of one of our T-70s. Well, at least I hope it won't be able to. So I think I'll keep the line of troops here more or less the same, just out of fear of that Puma doing its thing. Let's see, this might be a tad risky, yeah. Ooh, that is not good. That's a Martyr. It's a light tank destroyer the Germans made. It was a bit of a ad hoc type of thing. It was really just a heavy one of those anti-tank guns welded onto the top of a tractor or some sort of an armored vehicle, because the Germans really lacked AT power at the start of the war, and that was what they made to hopefully tip the, or, you know, to try to tip the balance in their favor. Some more heavier tanks here are much better at taking out these Stugs, and these guys were, you know, tank destroyers / assault guns. We managed to do some light damage onto this vehicle, and going off to the little picture there, you'll see there, if I can't really mouse over to it, but you'll see there's a little picture of a tank that says 20, 50, 40, and 85. That's how much armor the tank has at those locations, so forward, top, sides, and back. And with that said, the red portions are the portions that we've damaged, so we hit that tank on the very top of it from the looks of it. And with that said, that managed to knock some portion of its optics out, so that's good. Let's see. Our T-70s won't be able to kill that Stug, so we'll target the vehicle in the back there. Lower its morale to the point where it has to retreat. That's good enough. Ooh, that was close. Those had to be really careful against those Stugs. Those things will muck up one of our tanks real easily. We did heavy damage on that one. Going off that picture again, we shot it in its tracks. It has, okay, it actually tells us in the toolbox thing, where toolbar. So it's immobilized and it has reduced visibility, so that's pretty good. Going from there, let's see. We'll get this vehicle to do a bit of a charge forward. It's kind of risky because we don't know what's inside the back ranks here. But we'll get it to do that, get it to put down some fire onto that squad right there. See whether or not we have anything that can shoot at that target for now. Fortunately, we do not. And I guess we'll get the rest of these guys to continue making their way forwards through the line here. Oh no. Yeah, those tanks are really, really lethal. That is going to sweep away one of our squads. But luckily for us, we should be able to take unlimited casualties this time without the mission failing. So at least that's good. Right, so over here we'll bound up our scouts. Might take some fire here, yeah. Spot an extra MG though, so that fulfills a portion of the mission. So at least that's good. In this regards, I think I'll drop off the smoke volley here. This will cover that area in its entirety. Actually, you know what? Let's see. I'm seeing whether or not it would be a good thing to drop, like, say, a smoke volley here. Because that would blind a whole bunch of different things, though it might not be, say, the best idea. It's kind of in a zone where it doesn't necessarily matter too much to us at the moment. I don't know. We'll drop that on there for now, and I guess we'll shift some more infantry there to make it more worthwhile. So we'll do that. That should be all of our vehicles and all of our stuff moved. And there. Ooh. Yeah, well, we found the AT gun. Unfortunately, we found it by letting it open up on one of our vehicles. Found the second AT gun too, or third AT gun too. Makes lots of hidden fire. Ooh. Not too many losses though, so that's not terribly bad. They also have mortars. Alright. Ah, the vehicle crew bailed out. That's kind of cool. So I guess once the vehicle morale goes down to a certain point, the crewman will, I guess, technically self-destruct as the vehicle just does that. It's also kind of neat. Now, switching over to the mortars, let's see whether or not the heavy 102mm reaches over here, and indeed it does. So you know what? We'll put down a smoke barrage, one of the 5 available. And would you look at that, it lands exactly on top of everything, so lucky us. That's gonna blind its view of the T-70, so that's good. The smoke barrage will still take another turn to arrive, so that's unfortunately not too great. And wow, would it be nice if we had some vehicles for the mortars there, because they are almost out of range of everything now. I guess going forwards from here, let's see. What can we do? What can we do? We can't drive over these trenches, or else it'd risk breaking the, immobilizing the vehicle. So we had to get rid of one of these Stugs using the vehicles that we currently have. That's kind of difficult. This one's still a tad high on morale. If we put a few good shots on him, we might be able to make it panic. And, you know, taking away its ability to shoot, that would be really nice. We'll see whether or not we can bring, say, this car over here. Might be able to hit this martyr and do a killing shot on it, though either way it's low on morale, so it's not going to do too much. In that case, let's see. Ooh. Still lots of infantry. Get these guys to make an assault. Hopefully this assault will succeed and they'll take the position, moving them outside of the enemy's view there. There we go. And there's also a secondary objective done, so that's not too bad. Over here, shoving forward. Haven't seen anything so far, so that's good. And these guys will follow them up. Huh. An old railroad in the swamp, a possible route for our tanks. Ooh. So I guess this is one of the VP locations that we should be probing. Alright, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna guess that there's another one over here somewhere as well. Right, so we'll get our sniper here to do his best in moving forwards here. Get him into a location where he can see that machine gun. I don't know why, my game is, it's kind of, it's like stuttering where it's suffering from some performance issue right now. Don't know if you guys noticed that. Alright, well, we'll get our guys to take these positions. And yes, that squad didn't fire on us, so that's a good day. And there. Ooh, vehicles over here can still fire. Perfect. Oh. Well, we're getting quite lucky over here. I mean, our Soviet scouts aren't being hit all too badly. But at the same time, man, they're taking a lot of fire. Let's see what we can do about taking out these vehicles, though. Ooh, perfect. Rear shot 2. Knocks out that vehicle, the other one's bailing out. And there we go, that's the smoke barrage coming in. That's gonna cover up that entire area. So lucky us. And over here we can get our sniper to shoot at that MG, taking out 1 out of the 2 people inside it. I'm gonna use this rally command, get this troop ready, because next turn we're going to need it to journey all the way around and hopefully into the back of the enemy ranks here. Right. Apart from that, let's see. It's a stug that we had to deal with. Fire once, fire twice, fire thrice? No. It's low on morale. I think we can just drive forwards. We don't need to take it out, not necessarily. Nope. I want to see whether or not it'll bail out again. That would be nice. And over here, these German scouts are pretty much gone too. Right. So the smokes field is underway, so there shouldn't be anything that'll see our movement over here. Find a nice, lovely MG though, so at least that's good. And we can get these scouts to push forwards. Who knows, they might even be able to assault one of these locations, actually. Yeah, probably would be a good idea to take out that MG. Boom! Suppress that instantly. Ah, so that's what's over there. Ooh, whoops! I forgot about I forgot about one of our tanks for this time. Well, I guess we'll just get that moving along here. And in the meantime, man, I really want to assault one of these 2 positions here. Those are really, really vulnerable. We just don't have anything that can. That's a shame. Let's see whether or not we can just drive right past all of those suppressed German troops. It's kind of risky in the sense that I wonder if one of these German infantry troops recover. On our turn, would our vehicles get close assaulted? Because if they do close assault our vehicles, that would be quite the brutal. Yeah, that would be quite brutal in retaliation there. Oh, you can do it. Kill that troop. No. Oh well. Here's what we'll do. We'll get these guys to move forwards and assault. There we go. That is another MG dead. And there. Okay, so we now know that there's some guys inside the village, so that's not too bad. And found another machine gun nest. Perfect. And an anti-tank gun as well. Might be the smoke graphics that's slowing the game down, so I guess we'll zoom in here.